Hey, what's up gang? Kawaii50 here with another FGO video, and for today's video we are going to test how far the power of simping can really go, because we are going to be talking about Okita Summer Alter, a servant that so many people were begging to get a swimsuit, and well, here it is. Here's how you get it. With the most ridiculous voice cast I have ever seen a single servant have, she is sure to be a fan favorite from a completely aesthetic standpoint. But how is she from a gameplay standpoint? That is what we are about to find out, going over allies, craft essences, and command codes so you can use her to max effectiveness. Because if you're rolling for her, I'm sure you are going to likely bond 10 her at the bare minimum. Hopefully, this video helps you out, and if it does, be sure to go ahead, like, and subscribe. Okita Alter comes equipped with 2 quick 1 arts and 2 buster cards with an AoE quick type Noble Phantasm. That's right, quick is still not dead, and nor will it ever die. Her stats are pretty dang solid, I gotta say. Star generation is fairly up there at 10%, with 5 hits on the quick cards. That is pretty special, especially considering we can Brave Chain on top of that. And her star absorption is average as well, thanks to her Saber class, so you are going to see those stars actually flow into her so she can do some damage. Okita's first skill is the Dragon Ball Z reference Majin Sword, rank B++. This gives her a 20 to 30% attack increase, a 10 to 20% quick increase, and a 10 to 20% buster increase for 3 turns. All of these really go far to increasing her overall damage, whether you are fighting a boss or you are farming against some multiple enemies. The fact that it lasts for 3 turns is entirely intentional. That is meant to help with your farming. We are going to go ahead and max this skill first so we can go ahead and max out our damage whenever possible. Because remember, with quick, a lot of that NP that you get comes from refund during overkill. So let's push into that overkill as quickly as possible. Shall we? Majin Okita's second skill is Purgatory rank B. This grants her a 20 to 30% NP charge, a 30 to 50% critical damage boost, and also increases her own critical star absorption for 1 turn. Now, this would be a little bit upsetting considering we are in the era of a 50% NP charge now, but the fact that we get such a crazy crit damage and crit absorption boost to Majin to boot ends up making her very viable when it comes to fighting bosses. So overall, this skill ends up not being super duper bad. We can go ahead and max this 1 second. And Okitan's final skill is Pokemon Sun and Moon, rank A. This grants her invincibility for 2 attacks, and this will last for 3 turns. So if she doesn't get hit, invincibility will stay up. And this comes with an added bonus of increasing her NP regen rate by 20 to 30% for those 3 turns. This can be very helpful when it comes to farming, helping you get that excellent refund so you can go ahead and do it again. We are going to go ahead and still max this skill last, because 10% isn't as drastic as a boost as it could be. Other skills benefit more from the boost, and she still gets to keep the same amount of invincibility no matter if this skill's at level 1 or at level 10. So Okita's append skills are actually really good. We definitely want to go for mana loading, because mana loading combined with a maxed out second skill is a 50% NP charge. Go ahead and combine that with a 50% starting NP gauge CE, we've got an easy 100% without a kaleidoscope. Her third skill is also the coveted anti-berserker attack damage attribute, so you can go ahead and send her with impunity against Agartha Heracles and pray that she does not die. Definitely go ahead and max both of these if at all possible. Now, let's look at the Noble Phantasm. Swimsuit Okita continues the trend of some of the coolest looking sword skills in the entire game with Zekken Mukyu Isen. This hits all of her enemies for 600 to 1000% damage, but it comes with some additional tasty effects. It increases her quick performance for 1 turn, and that activates before damage is dealt. But even more importantly than that, it removes all of the enemy's defensive debuffs, sorry, not debuffs, buffs, this is a debuff, before
before that damage is dealt. So defense up, so card effectiveness up, evade, invincibility, even Castoria's weird invincibility thing, all of those go away before she ends up chopping the enemy up into tiny pieces. We definitely want to go ahead and get this to NP2 if at all possible, because that is the highest bit of damage increase, but you can still go with NP1, as is the case with a lot of 5-star servants. You're going to end up with NP1 regardless. So let's take a look at our craft essences. If you are early on with Okita, haven't sunk a lot into her skills, well, of course, if you have a kaleidoscope, you're gonna want to use it. Even at non-max limit broken, you're gonna get a 100% NP charge on turn 1. Very, very nice. Moving beyond that, we are going to want to go ahead and outfit Okita with whatever we can use to go ahead and allow her to refund her Noble Phantasm. Things like NP damage, NP gain, quick card effectiveness, and the like are really going to help her continue to farm if you're using her as a farmer. So of course the Black Grail is going to be your most drastic damage increase you could possibly get. But there are of course other options available if you have not pulled one. If you're looking for a freebie option, Cherry Icicle is a fantastic CE for her. Quick card effectiveness, NP damage, starting NP gauge, what more could she honestly ask for? There's also a good option for you in the form of Chocolate Heaven if you are confident that you're going to be able to consistently get her NP to 100%. Maybe you've got a waiver sitting in the back line to go ahead and help her out. This grants quick card effectiveness, NP strength, and NP gain. And I might honestly recommend something like this or Cherry Icicle more if you are bringing Okita to fight a boss. When it comes to Okita allies, this kind of feels like a no-brainer. We are definitely going to go ahead and outfit her with some quick support. So our Skahawk Scotty is going to be our premier option no matter what. There are, of course, other potential options available. You can go ahead and give her some support from Osakabe Hime if you happen to have her, because Okita Summer's deck is stacked with 2 quick and 2 buster cards, so she will actually benefit greatly from some of the buffs Osakabe Hime is able to dole out. Basically, anyone who has a sort of targeted quick buff ability is going to be one of Okita Summer's best friends. So let's take a peek at some command codes now. Since we're not really going to be using face cards that much when it comes to farming with Okita, we can go ahead and outfit her kit when it comes to dealing damage specifically against powerful enemies like bosses. When it comes to the quick cards, go ahead and give her the most critical damage possible since that is her primary card type. Nobu Sengumi works really well on quick cards, granting a 15% boost, or you can outfit her with something like the Heavenly Child of Karama. If you are giving Okita any sort of star gather CEs, like say the Armament of Triumph, go ahead and prioritize those on her quick cards rather than her buster cards, because you want to get the critical more off of the quick cards to give yourself more stars to continue to crit the next turn. Keep that in mind, very important when it comes with quick servants. But the buster cards can also benefit from critical damage as well. Something like Mistress of the Heavens is going to be insanely helpful on those buster cards. Basically anything that grants critical damage works really well on them. And finally, when it comes to the arts card, we can sort of end up using this as our junk card to go ahead and put things like cleanses on there, so bosses can't inflict her with status effects. White Vessel's Command Seal is of course the premier option to allow her to heal some status effects, but you can also go ahead and give her the Code Cure from the Friend Point Gacha if you have that on somebody else already. Overall, everyone, Okita, Saber, Alter, Summer, Majin is a great, very great servant in terms of aesthetics. When it comes to being a Saber, she is good. Not great, but she is pretty dang good, granting you a lot of solid options to deal damage either in an AoE farming situation or in a fighting a single boss and punching it into the ground situation. Okita fans will of course love her and go ahead and level her up no matter what, but if you are on the fence about Okita, wondering if you need to go ahead and summon her to try to get a crazy super powerful Saber or just a crazy super powerful servant from this summer period, there are better options out there. And if you're just looking for a super strong servant from this summer, you might want to go ahead and wait for the second banner. But of course, I want to know what you all think, so let me know your thoughts on Okita, Soji, Saber, Alter, Majin, Summer on the comment sections down below. As you head down the comment section, check out the Discord server where we talk about things. Check out the Patreon and the Ko-fi if you would like to support me. Huge thanks to all of the people on both of those platforms. I really appreciate your support. Of course, a huge thanks to all of you on YouTube as well. I really appreciate all of the support you continue to provide, whether I'm streaming or making videos about FGO or not. I really appreciate every single comment, even if I cannot respond to them. So thank you. Anyways, gang, that's it for me, Kawaii50. I hope you all have a phenomenal day, and I will see you all in the next one.